Hey Guru Nation, welcome back to the clinicaltrialsguru.com. We're finishing up a week of internships with Stella. Stella is a business owner. She started with our CRA Academy, but now she's going to do our Site Owner Academy, and she's also going to do the package deal with 6 months of consulting and then both academies, the Site Owner. So when did you decide you wanted to be a Site Owner?
When I learned about this CRA, I looked at it, I read it up, and I said, okay, because I've always had my own business.
Yeah.
I've always worked for myself.
Yeah.
So I went and checked to see, okay, how will this work for me working for myself if I do this program?
Mm-hmm.
So I researched it, and somebody called me and said there's something called SMO. So I said, what is that? She said, with SMO, you can set up the clinic and work for yourself. So that's when I called you, Dan. I say, okay, Dan, I'm interested in doing SMO. I want to have my own clinic.
Mm-hmm.
So you asked me, are you setting up completely your own clinic? You basically explained it to me.
Yeah.
That I either set up my own clinic or I can go to somebody's clinic that is a medical doctor that I want to use as an
PI.
Yeah. So I said, okay. And then you told me that to make sure that everything that they need is at that clinic. So now with that information, I went to the clinic of the doctors that I know.
I told you all this.
Yes, you did actually. Yeah,
Good,
you did.
good.
You said, make sure that they have a lab. Make sure that
I don't remember.
You really guided me through all that.
Okay,
when
good.
I spoke to you. So now with that information, I went to the clinic, I went to the lab. In addition to what we were learning in the class, as we were learning in the class, I was programming myself as to how will this work for me if I have my own clinic.
Yeah.
So with what we were learning in the class, now I know that we need to have a lab, and the lab, they will have the log in the lab. So all those things helped me. So when I went to the doctor, when I was talking to them, without me even asking them the question, I was looking out for those things that I know is needed to have a clinic.
Yeah.
So I went to the lab, I went to the exam rooms. I also asked the doctor, do you have a private room where we can do, when we need to have discussion with the subjects in regard to their consent?
Consenting, yeah.
Do we have a private room where they can feel that their information is secured, locked room? He took me there. I looked at the staff to see, because it's not just me, there are certain things that the staff have to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the lab. I saw the lab lady. I know she knows what she's doing. I looked at their setup. It was as it's supposed to be. So that helped a lot. So now with that in mind, as we were doing the class, I was also trying to put myself as a CRA. If I have a clinic and I'm a CRA, if I come into this clinic, what will I be looking for? So that helped me.
So that was the rationale.
That was my rationale
for doing the CRA
for doing
Academy.
the CRA Academy.
You thought if I
When
know
they
what
come
what they're thinking when they come over to my site, I'll be better able to provide have a better site myself.
Yes, that's what I'm still doing till today.
Okay.
So I put myself as a CRA. If I come into this clinic, what will I be looking for? So that helps me as a coordinator to prepare myself to give them what they will need when they come in.
Yeah.
So I also audit myself. It's almost like auditing yourself. So with what I've learned in the class and what I know they're looking for, I ask myself the question before they ask me.
Mm-hmm.
So with me being prepared for the question, I think I will be better prepared to get things ready the way it's supposed to be. Now with the internship, I'm also learning the internship that I'm just doing this week. I also learned more of the responsibility of the PIs. So when I now go back
PI
to
oversight. Most important.
So when I go to them now, I will make sure that both themselves and I have a better understanding of what the responsibilities are. Because it's easier for them to say, yeah, I will do it. How much is, they look. We are human beings. They want to know how much are they going to make out of that. So now they've looked at the money. They say, okay, we'll do it because it's extra income coming to them.
Yep.
I want them to also understand the responsibilities that are attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be actually present to monitor the study and know what is going on. We are all riding on you. Because they say, Stella, you do all the paperwork and all that. I say, yes, I'll do the paperwork, what I need to do, but there's some part that you have to play.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that you oversee everything that I'm doing. I'm here to assist you, but you have to oversee the patient's visits. You have to see the lab, the EKGs and all that, sign off on it and make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do. So this internship have really been very helpful.
Yeah, what did you do? You did a site selection visit on the phone.
Yes.
As a CRA.
Yes.
All right. Then the next day you did a coordinator with a real patient.
Yes, I did.
Right. You
Yes.
shadowed Monica.
Yes.
Do you think so? The internship now better prepares you to go back to Chicago and start your own.
Yes, because
That's
what Monica did today, she told me that somebody is coming in, so she brought out the papers. The week that we're in, we looked at what's supposed to happen today.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the forms ready.
Mm-hmm.
We got out the forms. She was telling me what the forms are. We're getting it. It was a hands-on today. Today was actually hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
We got the papers ready, and then she took me to where the IP is. We got the medications out, the one that she's supposed to take today.
So you get to see everything you learned
I got
about.
to see and do everything.
Yeah.
So it was very helpful, and then we signed the consent with the patient because the site moved to a different place. Now I know that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we signed a consent with the patient. So
when the
and
site moves, you got to do everything over.
I did
yeah.
everything, yes. So it was very helpful.
And we were talking, I know you got to go to LAX, just 1 minute. You were suggesting if you come in to this industry without knowing anything about research and you want to start your own clinic,
That's where people mess up.
it's best to learn the fundamentals first, right?
Yes,
Like the CRA
do the
Academy.
CRA first. Because if you want to be a site owner without knowing anything, you make a lot of mistakes. I can see that now. But if you do the CRA first, when you become the site owner, when they are coming up with all this thing, now you know what they are talking
Yeah.
about. Because otherwise you'll be in a different world, you'll be lost,
Mm-hmm.
and you start making mistakes. And when you start making mistakes, your site will be red, which
Mhm.
means you can't get business. But if you know what you do, what the purpose of what you're doing is about, you'll be better be prepared. So for people coming in, I will encourage them to take the CRA class first. So when you take the site owners class, when they are coming up with all those acronyms, the names and all that, you won't be lost. You will have questions now to ask, but otherwise you won't even be able to compose your questions to ask because you don't know anything about the industry.
And now you're in the Site Owner Academy.
Yes, you have to know about the industry first before you become this. Before you go to the Site Owner Academy. I think the Site Owner Academy and the client services can go hand in hand.
Yeah, we
You
didn't
can
even
do
get
that
into
together.
that.
But
So in 6 months, we're going to interview you again
Mhm.
as a success story, right? And then definitely by my conference, May 2019, if your clinic is successful,
you will be
it
successful.
will be, I like that, you will give a presentation to research naive clinics.
Okay, that'll be
That'll
nice.
be good.
I
And
look
please,
forward to
everyone, come to California. We don't get paid anything extra.
No, I didn't pay anything extra.
But
All
it's
this thing
worth it.
is from my internship. It's the benefit that I'm getting today for the, from my studies. Now I'm reaping the benefit in the internship because I did a hands-on. I read a lot of the protocols. Now I see how the protocols are. I read the protocols. I was able to actually do patient visits. And I also did SSV. So it was very,
You
very
did a
helpful.
SSV as
Yes.
a CRA for an oncology study.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Stella. I know you
Thank
gotta
you.
run.
I have to
Thank you
run.
for coming out. Safe trip back, and thank you everyone for watching.
Really nice. Very
Thank you,
helpful.
Stella.
It was really
I
nice.
appreciate
Dan.
that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.